Louisiana has joined the growing chorus calling for the ouster of a justice of the peace who refused to marry an interracial couple. Beth Humphrey and Terrence McKay are now considering legal action. Humphrey called Keith Bardwell on October 6th to ask about a marriage license, and that is when Bardwell's wife told her that her husband will not marry interracial couples.
I wasn't going to argue with her. I just said, okay, so do you know someone who will? And she said that I was going to have to go to another parish.
I'm joined now by Karen DeSoto, defense attorney and former prosecutor, to talk about all this. So let's get to a justice of the peace. In terms of job description,
right,
can a justice of the peace pick and choose whom he chooses to marry?
Well, you know, no. A justice of the peace, if they're being funded by tax dollars, then no, they can't discriminate based on sex, race. Now, a priest from a church, let's say, can discriminate at will. However, if you're being funded by tax dollars, it's a little bit different, and that's why he has to take an oath as a public official and avail himself both to state and federal constitution and, of course, civil rights.
Well, and given the fact this was decided by a Supreme Court case involving the Commonwealth of Virginia back in 1967, allowing, you know, biracial couples to marry.
Yeah, we decided this issue a while ago.
Like how many decades ago? So at this point, what would the charges be against people if they decide to go?
Interestingly enough, many states have it can rise to actual criminal offense if you're with misconduct, ethics violation, if you're a public official and you knowingly violate the law. Now, I don't know if Louisiana is one of those places who do that, but many states do. It would be considered misconduct, and you could be filed criminally.
That's criminal, but civilly?
Right. Civilly, you have, let me count the ways. Constitutional violations, you have civil rights violations, and then, of course, on top of that, you have ethics violations for him.
Emotional distress, you can throw that in there as well?
Yeah, emotional distress.
Would that help decide how much...
now you're computing the damages already, Alex.
I'm just saying, what if? No.
Yes, and what's great in this case is that with civil rights violations and constitutional violations, there's a fee shifting with your attorney's fees. So one of the reasons for that is because the legislature wanted people to bring these cases and file complaints. So you basically, if you win, get your attorney's fees for free.
Yeah.
So attorneys like myself can go and put their hard work and time into it and know that they're going to get their attorney's fees at the end of the day.
Okay. Do you think this situation has legs? I mean, do you think this is the kind of situation where a couple will be advised either on their own or by other attorneys in the region will say, you have a case, let's go?
Oh, I think that anyone who knows that obviously somebody's telling you can't get married because of racial issues, right there you know that you have a case, because everybody knows inherently that that's wrong. Therefore, we've designed many years since 1967 of all kinds of laws, state, federal, to protect people from this type of ignorance.
Okay. Karen DeSoto, thank you for clearing it up for us.